Oh, hi, Blaze.
Oh, hi, Hannah.
And welcome to the sixth pod of Christmas of the 12 pods of
Certainly.
Christmas. What I haven't been mentioning is that that's not what the podcast is called.
No,
We have
no.
not referred to the fact that this podcast is just like a sub-series of our actual podcast called Breakdown the Universe.
Yep.
It's just,
Followed by the sidelines.
we did this for a bit of fun. This was
Look,
just
we're releasing these daily. People know what's up.
under the title of the Breakdown the Universe. So
Yeah.
anyway, so whatever. Doesn't matter. So,
So,
yes.
what did your true love get for you on the sixth day of Christmas?
Well, on the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me Santa Misbehaving.
Oh, really?
Yes, because we're doing Bad Santa, and holy shit. That is Santa Misbehaving.
Just a little bit.
Oh my god. I reckon I'd watched part of this movie when I was probably travelling for work. So I was probably dozing on a bed watching this movie. And I think that's the only time I saw it. I rewatched this movie a few nights ago, and holy shit.
Yep.
It is full on.
So, I would have watched this movie as a young teen
Yep.
with my family, including my brother, who was definitely way too young to be watching it.
Yep. I mean, this movie came out the same year as Elf, and you could not get two movies that are dissimilar, both being based around Christmas, but being so dissimilar.
Yep. One of the chief memories I have about it is my brother being really confused about the happy Santa scene. And when he said that after, we were like, what do you mean? And he said, that scene where the girl is just screaming, Happy Santa, Happy Santa, Happy Santa. Yeah, that's not what she was
That's
screaming.
not what she was saying. Yeah, that is. There's a lot of that sort of stuff going on. It's not. I just, you know what? This is the phrase that just that, and it gets repeated twice in this movie. That makes you go, "Oh my god! I can't believe they did this in a movie that even has the word Santa in it." And it is, you're not going to shit right for a week. It is just. This pushes boundaries. This movie.
Yep.
I mean, it's just it. Look, it is a really funny movie,
Yes.
but this is one of those movies where you understand right from the beginning the main character is a total asshole,
Yep.
and he's going to have some sort of redemption. But as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing he could do by the end of that movie to have redeemed himself for the prick that he was.
Yeah, it's not so much redemption to a good character, it's just a lesser of two evils.
Oh my god, he's such an ass. Like I'm not. There's a word we said we would never use on this podcast, and if we do use it, it's going to have to get beeped. Fuck it. He's a. If we need to beep it, if we need to remove it, it's fine. But he's just an awful, awful human being. Like,
Yep.
it.
So, basic plotline
Yeah.
is Billy Bob Thornton's character is Santa. Well, he plays
he's
a mall Santa.
Yep.
And his best friend plays his elf, and they are a duo of con artists who their whole deal is they play at being a mall Santa and an elf, scoping out the local mall for weak points, security, access, and things like that. So on Christmas Eve, they can go and rob the place blind.
Yep.
So it starts off with them mid heist. Billy Bob Thornton's character says, "This is it. He's retiring.
Yep.
He's going to go find a bar on the beach and work there."
Yep.
Yada, yada, yada. Flash forward 11 months. He's at a bar on the beach. He's pouring a drink. You think he's done what he said he's going to do. No, it turns out he's just stealing drinks behind the
Jump
bar.
behind the bar and he's pouring himself effectively straight alcohol into a mug. Yes. It's.
So
Yeah.
then the plot line goes on with them planning their next year's heist.
Yep.
the police are sort of onto them now.
Well, it's not so much the police that are onto them. It's a mall security guard that kind of
Yes,
figures out what
yeah.
they're doing. Played by Bernie Mac, and he is so good.
Yep, my mistake.
Yeah.
So he also meets a kid who has some terrible luck in life.
Yeah.
And is just bullied by everyone.
Yeah.
I can't remember the quite order of things, but he ends up taking the kid. No, his motel gets raided by Bernie Mac's character, leading him to believe the police are onto him, so he can't go back there. So he then goes to this kid's house who's living with his grandma.
Yep.
Because his mum is dead and his dad is exploring mountains.
He's in prison.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Billy Bob Thornton's character ends up just
crashing there.
Yeah, squatting.
Because the kid keeps referring to him as Santa. Because the kid, earlier in the movie, had been to see him at the mall, sat on his lap to talk about what he wanted, and then the kid kind of stalked him, followed him, and then he spots this kid.
He gets attacked,
yes,
and the kid jumps in to save him.
That's right. Gets attacked by a guy who suddenly accuses him of... I think they're really weird. A guy who's like, I'm not gay. Okay. I didn't see where that came from. That whole sequence was weird. It's like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, and he gives the kid a lift home and it's like, well, where are your parents? Yeah, tells him like what you said. But yeah.
And then hijinks ensue.
Hijinks again, yep.
The security guard tries to extort them out of half of their profit from this round of stealing.
Yep.
Resentment sort of builds between Santa and his elf.
Yep.
Because Santa is a raging alcoholic sex pest.
Yes.
That can't keep his mind on the job.
Always has them on the verge of being fired.
Yep.
And they can't be fired because they need to have access to everything.
So things proceed. Santa starts to second guess himself. Is about to commit die.
Yep. He's about to... What's the thing you have to say these days? Unalive himself.
Yep. When the kid comes home with a black eye.
Yep. That's right. But he's even got his suicide... He gives the kid his suicide note.
Yeah.
Which is a confession of all of his crimes and what they're up to.
Yeah, he's fully committed to it. But then the kid gets a black eye. And then he, doing the first real selfless thing he's done, decides to go and get some revenge for the kid.
Beats the shit out of a kid.
Beats the shit out of some other kid.
Oh, man. And you're right, because that's the point in the movie where you start, and he starts to realise he's never cared about anyone or anything, but he's starting to have genuine care for this kid.
Yep, for the kid and for his new love interest.
Yeah, played by Lauren Graham,
who is
from Gilmore Girls.
A girl who has a bit of a Santa fetish.
Very much has a Santa fetish. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah. See, I love Lauren Graham because I unashamedly will say I am a Gilmore Girls fan, and she is wonderful in that show. And when she appeared on screen, I went, oh, God, I love her. I'm all about Lorelai. And I can't think of her as anything but Lorelai from Gilmore Girls, but that's all right. She plays a very different character to Lorelai.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. And that's where, but like even, what is it? The elf kills the security guard.
Yeah. Yep.
So that he doesn't have to fork over the 50%. And then once the robbery is done,
he plans to kill Santa.
He's pointing a gun at him.
Yep. But then the cops do get involved.
So that's when the cops come out, and because the kid has handed on the suicide note to the cops. But all Billy Bob Thornton wants to do, or Willie the character, all he wants to do is get the kid the thing he wanted the most.
Which was a pink elephant.
Pink stuffed elephant. And to the point that in his desperation to get this kid the toy, he runs from the cops, and as he's running up the steps to give it to him, gets shot 18 times. Somehow survives, but that's all right.
Apologises for getting blood on it.
That's right. That's exactly it. This movie is really an entertaining movie, but it is. This is not a traditional Christmas movie in any sense, but it is that. I guess it's that almost Ebenezer Scrooge. It is almost a Scrooge story. It is an entirely selfish man learning to care for others.
Yep.
And finally seeing that his actions have consequences in other people's lives. And, you know, I actually hadn't even thought about that until I was just saying it. This is effectively a Christmas Carol being told. Like, it's a... Yeah. But I was... Parts of it cracked me up.
You can even do his sort of... The elf is his Marley Brothers.
Yeah.
The security guard is Christmas Past.
Christmas
the con
Past.
artist.
Yep, that's right. Yep. The kid is present.
Yeah.
And the girlfriend is future.
Yep.
If you wanted to, you can. You can break it down exactly like that.
Parallels.
It is, but it is a... Oh, my God. There is so much shit in this movie. This is not a family Christmas movie.
No.
Do not watch this with your kids. Don't watch this with anyone who is sensitive about anything. Because it is not made for you.
Yep.
It is... He's a vulgar character. When you're introduced to him when they're doing their first... Like at the start of the movie it's Christmas Eve... He has literally pissed himself in his chair. He's just sitting there, and he does it multiple times. He's so drunk all the time, he just pisses himself. The way he talks to people is awful.
When the woman comes up to him in his lunch break,
look
who it is. I'm on my fucking lunch break.
That's right. And then every kid that gets up on his lap, the fuck do you want? He goes, hey, no, just tell me what you fucking want. And it just is, it's so, yeah. I don't know, this movie is, it gets my seal of approval for a good time. It doesn't get my seal of approval for necessary watching.
Not necessary, but, you know, it could go on your playlist for adult movies.
But it does. But that being said, it's got your Christmas themes in it. And it is all about, it's learning the value of Christmas for this guy who's never cared about anything.
Yep.
I do enjoy this one. I just can't recommend it as a good time for the family. I just think... We're putting genres on this.
It's hard to put more of a genre beyond dark comedy.
It is just black comedy.
Comedy heist adjacent.
Yeah,
but it's not really heist.
No, it's not a heist. Like it's not like it's an elaborate. It's not an Ocean's 11 style. Everything being set up.
The heist is a subplot.
Yeah, very much so. And it's just about him suddenly realizing he's learned how to care.
Yep.
Which he never thought he could do before. So, I just think, it's comedy, but it is pure black comedy.
Yep.
Oh, God. Just this one, I don't know. I just don't know what else to say. If you haven't seen it and you are older than 15, kids would have watched this movie. I don't care. Like you said, you watched it when you were probably far too young. It's not for kids.
I was probably about 14.
Yeah.
My brother though would have been about 6 or 7.
Yeah, I mean that's not good. It's not the best thing that's ever happened. But no, I'm gonna say watch it, enjoy it.
Yep,
good fun. But I guess we'd call that there for this one. So that was episode 6. What are we doing for episode 7?
Home Alone.
What a classic.
Proper classic.
A genuine classic. No, that one's going to be fun.
On everyone's list.
Yep. That's going to Yeah, that was a must. We had to do Home Alone, so we'll do that next time. So again, thanks Blaze, thanks for listening. I hope you're all enjoying this short series of the 12 Pods of Christmas, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Tomorrow.
No worries.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to the latest episode of Breakdown the Universe and our special series, The 12 Pods of Christmas. As Bon Jovi said, whoa, we're halfway there. If you would like to follow us on the socials, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, X and TikTok. If you would like to watch videos of us talking nonsense to each other, you can find us on YouTube. If you'd like to suggest a topic or have anything you would like to ask us, please send us an email at breakdowntheuniverse@gmail.com. From Blaze and Henno, we'd like to say good tidings.